What up? What up? I know we had a real different time today, so let's see who shows up. I didn't intend on being this late, but let's see. I know it's Sunday is late, so I'm asking for low attendance, but it's cool. I probably heard me say this before. I don't want to. This is not necessarily an experiment, but still experimenting on how different stuff, works. Still no promo, by the way. Kind of going off track a little bit. 11:20 as opposed to 7:30. But we here. We got one person in. Even if we got low attendance, we still gonna chop it up a little bit. Um, and then next Sunday we'll be back regular time. Next Sunday we're gonna discuss. I don't want to get into next week before I get into this week, but next Sunday we're gonna talk about sneaker of the year. I've been dying to talk about that, but unlike other people, I actually want to wait until the end of the year to talk about that. So we'll get into that next Sunday. So as much as I would love to talk about it now, and I feel like we can't talk about it now since they're really, I don't think there's no releases between now and next week. But like I said, we'll wait until next week. I feel like people didn't give Gammas a chance. They was talking about sneaker of the year in like September, well before. Not I'm not saying Gamma's a sneaker of the year. They're not, but I feel like people had this discussion back in like September, um, assuming that Gammas wouldn't do it. I didn't think Gammas was going to do anything either, so I ain't mad at them. But I just feel like when there's 12 months in a year, you gotta wait until the 12 months is at least almost up to talk about shoe of the year. Like that just didn't make any sense. So I'm gonna let wait until the end of the year. We'll talk about that then. But this week, once everybody gets in here, obviously we're gonna talk about the Bug Bunny release. There's not as much to talk about as there was with the Gammas last week. But there's some other topics we could talk on. I was obviously going to start with that, but I kind of wanted to see where the chat was going. Like I said, at this time, I didn't know what the chat was going to be looking like, but if y'all in here, I kind of wanted to, see where that went, have y'all take the wheel. But for those of y'all who are in here, Bugs Bunny release, that was a weird ass release. I don't know if y'all felt the same, but I just thought it was strange the way they went about it because so I don't know if everybody had the same like experience or angle as I did, but I just feel like I wasn't clear even up until Friday. I wasn't 100% clear on like what kind of release is this going to be. Like if you saw my review, I kept saying I was pretty sure it was going to be a GR, which is general release. If y'all don't know that, I hope y'all know that if y'all in here. Yeah. I know y'all who be in here, y'all be knowing shit. Y'all not like I just started doing this shit yesterday type shit. And if you are, welcome. But I don't think any of my normal people in here is on that is on that type of time. But damn, now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, GR. So I just thought it was gonna be a regular GR, which it kind of ended up being, but they was just being weird about it. And I think the first thing that threw me off was I always I usually enter the Foot Locker FLX raffles, and if y'all are familiar with them, which if you aren't, like I've said in videos recently, and I'm gonna keep saying because they are helpful, so I'm gonna encourage y'all who watch me to get into those because they can help you hit on a lot of releases. But the FLX raffles, they usually have in-store pickup and ship to me options, especially on the GR. It's a lot of pairs releasing. They will have those options where you can pick it up in store. They can ship it to you depending on your location. Now, I know everybody has different options based on their location, um, so it's kind of hard to speak generally on that. But y'all know how the FLX raffles go, and for these, it was shipped to me only, and we've seen that on other pairs before. We've seen that on other pairs that didn't end up being like really sought after at the end of the day. But usually, when they have something like that, it's usually some sort of limited. Like with shadows like that. I want to say Shadow Tens might have been like that on release. Either way, there were just certain things about these that kind of like made it seem like they were gonna be, not a general release, but they ended up being it. And then part of this could have been just be me assuming from the jump, like, yo, they gotta limit these to, like the way they did the shadows and the steels, because if not, they're not gonna do nothing. So that could have just been me, and that's kind of why I'm here, and I wanna hear from y'all, like what angle did y'all have? Like, did it just seem like a regular general release? Maybe something like Taxi 12s, or did it seem, you know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all angle on that was. How many shoes do I have? I have like three something. Three, I gotta count again, but it's 300 and something. All right, we got 11 people in here now. I like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna just keep talking while I give y'all time to respond, because I know this should be a little delayed and I don't want to just sit here with um dead silence. So, and I know I could talk, so I would just keep chatting. But yeah, let me just grab these. I keep looking at them, and it's not fair to y'all. I keep looking to the side and not holding these up. Not that y'all haven't seen them before. I know they all over everywhere, but and I'm gonna try to not say anything I said in my review already, because I was just about to say, oh, these are beautiful. They look good. I don't know if I used the adjective beautiful in my review, but still, I definitely complimented how nice they were. But yeah, like um, so yeah, like I said, I just kind of wanted to know. I'm probably not gonna go for the infrareds, and I love those. Not love. I like those. It's just that the regular infrareds, those are like my favorites, and my 2019 pair is flawless still. So as much as I like the reverse infrareds, they give me that nostalgia. I remember Google searching those and seeing them. Um, I just feel like if I were to get them, I don't know if I'd wear them, because anytime I'd want to wear those, I would just end up wearing my regular infrared. So I don't know. We'll see. I may mess around and grab them just cause, but we'll see. We'll see what I got going on. Like 2 months from now, because depends. I might have a Valentine that nah. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have anybody in 2 months that I'll be wanting to go crazy on. But I was gonna say I might have a Valentine. I might spend a bag on it and just say fuck the sneakers. But nah, that's two separate things. Um, I'm just chatting. Y'all know me. Sometimes I get off topic and ramble and say some whatever shit. I'm thinking about Valentine's Day and shit. Fuck Valentine's Day. We talking about the infrareds. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm probably not gonna go for them, but not because I don't like them. I fuck with those. It's just seems like it's probably gonna be like an unnecessary cop, just because like I have the other ones. How many years have you been collecting? So I started collecting. Damn, that's crazy. I've been collecting. This sounds wild, but I've been collecting like 19 years. Yeah, that make me sound old as fuck. But it was just because I was a kid when I started collecting. Um, but yeah, around like 2006 is when I. And it depends on what you mean by. Nah, I'm not gonna overthink the answer. Yeah, 2006, so about 19 years. It was them Citrus Sevens and Fire Red Fives that got me. I seen them citruses. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck are those? I need them. Begged my mom for them. She got them for me. And yeah. And I remember like during that time it was weird because like as a kid, like I always, whatever shoes was my favorite, I wore them as much as I could. And I didn't look at it as me fucking them up necessarily as a kid, but like I definitely fucked them up because, like I said, my favorite shoes I wore them. I wanted to wear them every day. So whatever favorite shoes I had, I wore those the most. Um, and then when you wear your shoes a lot as a kid, you're gonna mess them up. You know, I'm a little kid. I'm having fun. I'm running around. I'm kicking shit. I'm I'm playing kickball, soccer. You know what I mean? Like I participated in gym class. You know what I mean? I'm doing shit at recess. Like I'm a kid. Y'all don't gotta explain that. Y'all know how that is. Fucking my shoes up. So I remember like the Citrus Sevens. Like that was like it wasn't my first pair of Jordans, but it was one of my first pairs. It was actually it was the second pair that I ever asked for. Like, say, hey, mom, dad, can I get these? And I remember getting them, and I was just old enough to kind of like start being conscious of like, hey, maybe you should have messed these up. But at the same time, it's like, hey, you like these shoes, so you're gonna wear them. So like, I was on some like, I want to wear these every day, but I don't want to mess them up. So I remember wearing those at recess because like it just didn't seem right to have a basketball pair of shoes that I love so much and not play ball in them. And then I'm like, I'm playing ball in them, but I'm stopping mid game, licking my finger and trying to. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like this just don't feel right because I'm not the I'm a damn. Let me get the word out. I'm a competitor, so like I'm playing ball. That reason I'm trying to play ball. I need the rock in my hands. I need to be running. I can't be stopping, licking my shoe. But at the same time, like I couldn't fuck the citruses up. So I remember that shoe like really taught me like, yo, you gotta bring one pair of shoes to get fly, and you gotta bring another pair to ball in. And I started bringing my citruses or whatever Jordans or whatever I wanted to wear, and then I would keep a pair of Iversons in my locker to play ball in. So yeah. Let's see what else. Over the years of collecting, have any cracked up? Oh my goodness, yes. So a lot of cracked over the years, just like you know, in general. But I actually had one pair crack on foot, and it was a crazy. It was an experience, and it taught me to whenever you wear a pair of shoes that is susceptible to cracking, make sure you have some backup. Um, Cause yeah, I'm gonna just get into it now that I'm talking about. Y'all know I love the chat. Y'all love the chat. And I'm a Wolf Grey Fives. I love those. Love them. I had the original pair. Still have them. And I actually just based on pictures, the new pair looks like it might actually be better looking than the originals. So I'm excited to get those. That is a shoe that I will most likely have early. Like I know lately I haven't been as early with the releases as I you know, was at one point. But for a shoe like that, I could still do that if I want to. It's just like it's just more expensive for me to make it. You know what I mean? To be honest with y'all, so like yeah, at a certain point, like when you're buying every release early and you gotta, what I'm saying, sometimes it just becomes counterproductive. So, but for Wolf Gray's, couple of releases, UNC 14s, fives. There's a couple of releases that next year that I will have as soon as I could get. But back to the thing about the shoes falling apart. Yeah, just I'm gonna try to make this short because y'all know I'll be chatting. But so I was at a. It was the black cement fours. Everybody calls them the bread fours. We'll talk about the black cement thing another time. Those are gonna re-release next year. So when that review come out, yeah, I know I'm gonna go in. Yeah, yeah. um, on the whole name thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you haven't heard me talk about it before, check out my Reimagine Fours review. You'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, um what was I gonna say? So I had a pair of those, the 1999 release, and I bought them at Flight Club. It was my man's. Oh, damn, let me tell the story in order. I don't even remember what year this was, but me and my man, there was a point in time when me and my friend was kids. When I was younger, me and a few of my friends, we like on our birthdays, if we didn't have any like, it was a point in time where part of our birthdays for me and my biggest sneakerhead friends, part of your birthday was like going to Flight Club and getting some new shit. So I remember me and my man's, he was probably like one of my biggest sneakerhead friends. Um, I remember there was a couple of years span where like our moms was damn near like rotating, like, well, not even our moms was rotating. His birthday, his mom would take us. My birthday, my mom or dad would take us. Um, anyway, for his birthday, we go to Flight Club. I forgot what he got. I want to say he got Did he get Columbia's? OG Columbia's? I remember. He got some heat, and they had black cement fours, the 1999 release in my size. Um, Whatever the price was, I had enough money for them at the time. That was, if you had those with the Nike Air on the back, you was really the shit. They only had pairs with the Jumpman out. Not only had pairs with the Jumpman out, but this is around like 2000. I'm gonna say 2009, 2010. So the Countdown package pair had released. But other than those, that was the most recent Black Cement Fours release, was the Countdown package. So anybody who had them had the Jumpman on the back. If you had the pair with the Nike Air on the back, people knew that they was from 1999 or 1989, and 1989 pairs by then was not wearable. So everybody knew, if you had a pair with Nike Air on the back, they knew it was from 99. Whether they knew it was from 99 or thought it was a soul swap pair from 89, they knew it was a neck breaker. Like, I know that's not a thing now because so many pairs are released with Jumpman and Nike Air. It doesn't make a difference anymore. But if you was into shoes back then, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's not the important part. I don't need to, focus on that. Point is, so anyway, I got those, and when I bought them, Flight Club, they I know they still do this, but even back then they was doing this. They would warn you, like, if the shoe was, might not be suitable for wear. And I even debated in store, like, do I get these? And I was talking to the employees about it, and the guy was like, well, like, mind you, I'm a kid. I'm probably like 15, 16 at the time. So I don't weigh that much. So the guy was like, yeah, like, we normally put those warnings, and we're imagining, adults sometimes, overweight adults, buying these shoes. He's like, so somebody, yeah, it's a little lighter like you might be all right. Now, he still insisted that I could still crack the shoes, but whatever. I kind of heard all I needed to hear. I was a little swayed. Long story short, I bought the shoes. I knew where the risk was, and actually, for a while, I had them, and I didn't wear. I remember when at that age, when I got a new pair of shoes, I wore them to school the next day. It was damn near guaranteed. Like, unless there was a reason, unless it was raining and I didn't want to fuck the shoes up, or I was wearing something else for another reason. If I got a pair of shoes over the weekend, that Monday, I'm bringing the new shit out. Maybe Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? But that week, the shoes getting worn, and this was one of the first times I bought a shoe, and I just didn't go and wear it like the next day. Anyway, kept them DS for a while. And looking back at it, like, there was no point in doing that. Like, if I was gonna buy that, after buying that shoe, I should have just wore it the next day and taken the risk. But I was a little hesitant, and eventually, I don't remember what, like, stopped me from wearing them to school. But I mean, I do know, but, like, I don't know what made me decide to wear them. I guess I do know. So anyway, fast forward. I know I got to get to the point, but that's the kind of storyteller I am sometimes. Um, so there's a pool party one day, and I'm with my man. This is not the guy that I went to Flight Club with. It's a different friend. And this friend that I'm with, he cannot swim. So I get the word there's a pool party. I'm like, yo, let's go to this pool party. He's like, he's not trying to go to the pool party because he can't swim. And I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, we're not even going to swim. Like, I'm just trying to go there, get fly, show up, you know what I mean? Talk to a couple of you know what I mean? I was gonna say bitches, but YouTube YouTube limited the monetization on my Kobe's video for profanity. So I'm trying to watch the cursing on here. I like to be my authentic self and just talk without thinking, but I also don't want to lose no money. So sometimes I gotta chill out. But I think we good. I haven't been wild, and just saying bitches one time is fine. But yeah, so I'm just like, yo, we're gonna talk to some bitches, like, get fly, like, we just like, swimming was not on my mind. The crazy thing is, like, I love to swim. I'm a good, you know what I mean? Like, but I knew he didn't know how to swim, and bro, why would I? First of all, I wasn't planning to swim myself. Why would I invite you somewhere knowing you can't? You get what I'm saying? Anyway, so I convinced him to go, and I'm thinking, like, especially after telling him, like, yo, we just about to post up there, talk to some girls, like, you know what I mean? Um, I was just like, oh, we won't be doing too much walking around, and I don't know what made me think of it, but I was like, oh, this is what I had, these swim trunks, some Nike swim trunks. They were red and they had gray and black on them. And I don't know if that was really like the cherry on top, but anyway, I had those, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to put a black cement fours out with these, like, you know what I mean? Like, we about to go there. Like I said, that was the plan. So I put the shoes on. This is my first time wearing them. This is like 2000 and I want to say it's 2010. and the shoe came out in '99. So the shoe's only 11 years old. So it's like that ain't nothing. That would be like wearing a 2014 release shoe today, and I do that all the time. The difference is a lot of my 2014 shoes that I wear now are shoes that I've owned since 2014 that have been kept well by me. These shoes that I got from Flight Club, and that's the only problem with buying shoes that have been out for a while. I don't know where the fuck they have been the last 11 years, and I'm gonna get back to that in a second. When you buy these shoes, like I bought them from Flight Club in New York, and I don't think Flight Club themselves misstored these shoes. I know they're too reputable of a place to do anything silly like that. But like I said, I don't know who sold them to Flight Club or who consigned them at Flight Club, how long they had been there, and all of that. So all of those unknowns is probably the reason why this shoe ended up crumbling on me. But yeah, shoe's about 11 years old. I wear them out. I know the risk that I'm taking. But I thought, considering I wasn't going to be walking around a lot, doing anything crazy, that I'd be good. So we there. We get to the party. I gotta remember to bring water every time, whatever it's over there. So we get to the party. We chilling, and I go to scratch the back of my leg, like my calf. Like I go to scratch the back of my leg, and when I picked my foot up, I felt like something slapped the bottom of my foot, and I'm like, the shit just felt weird. You know how your foot feel when you pick up your foot, like you know how it's supposed to feel. Just something extracurricular just hit my foot, and I'm like, fuck is that? I look down, my shit just the bottom is just coming off. And the fucked up thing is number one, there's so many things going through my head in this like 1 second. And the first thing is like, yo, my shit just crumbled. Like, what the fuck? Fuck. Like, damn. Like, this is the thing that I was so worried about happening just happened. The thing that they kind of made me procrastinate on wearing these, and now that I'm finally wearing them, it happened. And I didn't even do that much. Like, I'm just sick. The worst part is, me and my man's, there's a circle of people around us. Like, we're having a conversation. There's I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 people around us. So everyone sees that and they're like, what the fuck? Like the crazy thing is we as sneakerheads, we know what that is. We know what it means and everything. The crazy thing is people who are not into shoes, I mean, maybe now with like there's been so many videos going viral of shoes like crumbling, but like back in 2010, your average person did not know what that was, or like they didn't know what the fuck that meant. So people are mad confused, like what the fuck is going on? Like, like they had never seen no shit like that. And I remember I had to explain to somebody because this guy was like, yo, you like what's wrong with your shits? And I'm like, he almost was like questioning the shit like he, like I said, he ain't know what the fuck was going on, but he had never seen nothing like that. And anyway, I realized then like how many people didn't know that that was a thing with shoes, and I remember having to explain to everybody. But yeah, I'm at a pool party in the middle of a group of people, just casually going to scratch the back of my leg, and my shit's crumbled on me. So now I'm like panicking, like bro, I'm standing up, like I'm not even. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. This is the only shoes I got on me. I'm a teenager, so it's not like I drove and maybe I got some extra kicks in the trunk. Like no, I'm fucked. So I had to really pull. I had to call my superhero, and she came the fuck to rescue. Shout out to mom. Call my mom, and she didn't just. I mean, we know moms are great, but my mom did the up and beyond in this situation. Um, I do still have those fours. I'm gonna go grab them in a second. The fucked up thing is like they so crumbled now. Like if I take them out the box, like shit just start falling. But I'm gonna grab the shit out of the box. But yeah, I called my mom. Luckily, she was home, and luckily the black cement threes are the same exact colorway. And luckily, I had a pair. And this is why I call the black cement fours the black cement fours. They're the same exact colorway as the black cement threes. They're just the four version of that. And we ain't ever called black cement threes bread threes. So yeah, that's why I call them black cements. Well, that's the main reason. That's basically it in a nutshell. But what's that called? Mom really held it down because I called her, and like I said, luckily she was home, and I explained to her, like she went in my room and I explained to her where my black cement threes was. She got them and she brought them to the party, and I forgot how the fuck I must. Damn, there was too much attention drawn to this shit because now that I'm looking back at it, I had to have taken them off standing there Yes, yes. I took them off standing there, walked to my mom barefoot because I'm not trying to mess up my socks. I didn't ask her to bring no extra socks. I wasn't even thinking about that. So take off my shoes and socks. I mean, it's a pool party, so that's valid. Walking over to the car barefoot, gave her the fours, and she gave me the threes, and she took the fours back home. And yeah, so basically, long story short, mom is the fucking goat because um I don't if she wouldn't have answered that phone or if she wouldn't have been able to hold it down, I don't know what I would have did. Like I guess I would have taken them off and just what I mean. I wouldn't have even been able to enjoy myself. Like crumbled shoes. I mean, like yeah, it's a pool party. I can walk around barefoot. It don't look crazy, but like I'm not just gonna leave my shoes there. I'm not gonna be able to enjoy myself. And if I'm just standing there next to them, like just those are the vibe. Like what I mean. Not a host like oh what happened to your shoes? Like it's just the bad like because they don't know shit. So like it just was all bad. So I'm so glad that she was able to do that. Bought the shoes, made the swap. So now I got the threes on. That was honestly as crazy as that was, as a little embarrassing as it was, that was some real fly shit. Cause it's like at first I'm like, fuck, like came out here. I could have wore any shoe in my collection. I probably had maybe 20, 30 pair of shoes at that time. I don't know if I had 30, but I had enough shoes where I was looking at it like, damn, I could have wore any shoe to this. And I wore them shits. I wore the one pair that cracked on me. You know what I'm saying? Like here of all places. I could have worn them just a flight club or, sneaker con or something where people could at least understand. Like you know what I mean? But it was cool because it's like my shit's crumbled on me. And then I just had another pair that still matched the fit. It was cool. But I cannot say more. I know she's not watching this, but mom is the GOAT for that. So yeah. And those have just been in the box ever since. I was unfortunately they got their one wear, one and done. So I did not get my money's worth on those at all. But it was a great learning experience for me because after that I really knew how to move with you know with shoes crumbling, and it didn't completely ruin my night. That was like the highlight there because like I said, if I didn't have mom and mom wasn't available to hold it down the way she was, my shit wouldn't have been as lit. Let me see. I usually look back at the chat more frequently, but I was just rambling. That's a fun story for me to tell. So, yo, thank you. I agree and I appreciate that because I thank you. I think like honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Every day I think about that. Like I don't like to compare myself to other people, and I don't like to like I don't like to get hard on myself because I'm not at a certain point. I always try to appreciate where I've gotten, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'll be looking at shit like y'all been doing this for years. I should be bigger, you know. So I agree, and I'm trying to figure out how I can get bigger and get the amount of subscribers that I feel like I deserve. But I gotta move differently. And I'm not gonna lie, like it's all on me. You know what I mean? I gotta move differently. Um, but I also want to do it without not being me. One of my biggest things with this internet shit is to remain, being myself. So whatever I do, I gotta make sure it's like me, something that I enjoy and want to do. Long term, and that ain't no problem. That ain't holding nothing back. But um, whenever I'm brainstorming and thinking like, oh, what can I do? When I look at other people and shit a lot of other people do, I feel like some people just be selling themselves just for the numbers, but not selling themselves like that. I'm not getting into the whole like, this not the rap industry. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's honestly part of the reason I started going live. Like I was just thinking like, these putting a video out once a week is just not it. But yes, no, that thing and I loved it and I need to hear that to be honest with y'all like because that's what keeps me going because sometimes I look at my you know maybe I'll look at like an old screenshot from a certain time and I'm like damn like I had this many subscribers then I only got this many now that means I grew this many in this much time that's not good enough growth and um part of it motivates me and then part of it's like damn like what are you doing wrong so I try to just be positive about it but hearing stuff like that definitely keeps me going so thank you. One big question though. I seen you caught the Statue of Liberty. What city? When you say wear or save, you mean like I'm gonna wear them. Like those are those are definitely for me personal wear. But when you say save, do you mean like save like save them to wear later, or like did you mean like save them and then resell them? Because as good as the price tag is on those, I they're definitely personals. If y'all see my video, well, I'm sure you saw my video if you're bringing them up. But those of y'all who did not see my video, please watch that because I went through hell of an adventure to get those Statue of Liberty Kobe's. And the fucked up thing was YouTube, because I said this earlier. YouTube, um, how do I? What was the term? The ads sustainability. The the YouTube will not let YouTube demonetize the shit partially for inappropriate language. If you if you cross a certain line on here with too many curse words or in a particular video, they will not run as many ads on your videos, and then you won't make as much. So yeah, they did the whack shit to me on that. But oh yeah, let me get the fours because the price tag is actually on. All right, so these bitches was $375, which is a hefty price tag. But I think, oh shit, I def just dropped the shoe on me getting these. 375 to me at like 16 years old was mad bread. I felt like I really had money spending that at Flight Club at that age. So, man. So here's the box. See, this is why I don't want. This is why I don't let nobody tell me these is bred fours. Look at the color description: black and cement gray. Black cement fours. Like we could talk about this forever because I've had people, tell me otherwise, but I will die on this hill if these are the black cement fours. And then you can see. Oh shit! I gotta remember the should be opposite. Here's the Flight Club tag. It's a little faded, and I'm trying to get it to focus well, but y'all can see it says 375. And hold on. I'm keeping this stock on where. I see what you're saying. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna wear them because whether no matter where the value goes, I know that like I'm a real sneakerhead. Like I do resell shoes. You know what I mean? But like reselling shoes is a side hustle for me. That is not my main thing. I honestly, if you ever see me reselling shoes, it's one of two things. Because no, it's really just one. It's I'm not even gonna explain myself. Y'all know my body. I'm a sneakerhead first, reseller like when it's convenient. You know what I mean? Like when the market is dry, I'm out. When shit is booming, I might step back in. You know what I mean? But I would not classify myself as a reseller because it's just like I hop in and hop out when it's convenient because I don't. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, like if whether regardless of the price, unless they got to a price where it's so high where then I start to look at the shoe like, oh, I don't know if I like these that much. That's a different story. But like, even if they jumped up like a couple hundred, like here's the thing. I know I wouldn't want to sell those because I like them so much that even if I did sell them for a good price, I would be looking at them later like, damn, I kind of like those. Damn, I kind of want them. Damn, I had them and I let them go and I shouldn't have. And then I'm gonna be in a situation where I either gotta miss the shoe or end up paying whatever to get them. And I don't see that shoe coming down in price, so I'm probably just gonna keep them. But nah, I feel what you're saying because that happens with I'm gonna just say that happens with almost all Kobe's. Any Kobe 6 that comes out, you can assure that they're at least for now, at least in today's world, they're going up. Like them orange Kobe's that that I was talking about at the end of that video. When they came out, I got a couple of pairs because I entered a couple of raffles for them. Me and my man's one, and we both were the same size. So I ended up with like I think 3 or 4 pairs. And at first, one of my other friends who I'm gonna show y'all the fours in a second. I'm talking about the Kobe's real quick. One of my other friends who he just got the Kobe's to resell. He was complaining to me because I kept telling him like, oh yeah, make sure you grab the Kobe's. Like they're gonna be a quick, easy flip. And he got them, and I think he got them on sneakers, and they came in. And he tried to sell them on Goat, and like the profit was next to nothing. He was like, oh, you were talking about these, you were talking these Kobe's up, da 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 da. Da. Anyway, I think he got rid of them like right away and just got his money back, and now they're up like they're not anything crazy, but they're definitely like 300 and something. I kind of worded I could have worded that better, more short and sweet. Kobe's go up in value. If you look at the orange shits, they was like close to retail, not too much over retail when they initially came out. They were like a 230, 220 kind of shoe with retail being I think 200, and now they're like up $100, and that's only them shoes. Those came out maybe 5 or 6 months ago. So yeah, so I feel like and that's just one example. Dodger Kobe's. I remember I had a pair of those. I sold them for like 250. I don't even know what they're at now, but I remember looking at them one day and I'm like, oh shit, like these is up. I had a 12 too. So um, but yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna keep those. I just got to get a good fit for them because a shoe like that I can't just wear with like anything. I have a shirt like y'all seen the shirt that I was wearing in the video. That shit goes nice with them. But I don't have no pants that really that with that shirt. I need some pants that are that exact copper color, and I just don't have anything like that. I even tried to pull off like the Bape sweats, the camo, and it still don't even really hit right. So I gotta find something. I got a couple things in mind. So y'all gonna see me pop out with them, one of these days. But back to these fours. I just want to show y'all, and I can keep talking about the Kobe's or the fours, but look at these shits. I don't even want to like. Hold on. Fuck. 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 Y'all hear this shit? Like you hear this shit jumping around in there. So yeah, I don't remember. I think it was this shoe probably. That I don't even remember. But like you see the bottom is the same on both of them. Can I? Hold on. I want to show you. I want to give you the best view without holding these at an angle where shit starts falling out the box. But yeah, these my babies. This is the first shoe to ever crumble on me. Period. But the first shoe to physically actually crumble on me when wearing them. Like you see, they got like see the laces is unlaced. Like I unlace all my shoes when I wear them, and they got that one lace up and one wear, and now they're here. I even thought about getting these soul swap just for the nostalgia, but like I think for nostalgia purposes, I kind of want to leave them like crumbled. If I have this is not the only pair of crumbled shoes I have, but if I'm gonna keep any shoe crumbled, I feel like this is probably the most how do I word this? Like these being crumbled is like you get what I'm saying? Like there all right, there are other shoes in my collection that are crumbled and like yeah, they're collector's items because obviously I can't wear nothing that's crumbled. Um, but some of those I could see me letting go before something like these, just because this is like the for memory purposes, like 99 metallic fives or fire red fives. I have both of those crumbled, and I wore both of those way more times than I got to wear these. Um, but because those crumbled like in the box, like those, I learned a lot from these. I learned how to like watch for my older shoes, and those fortunately um as they got older, like I started to be more cautious with them, wear them less, or wear them in places where I knew that I had a backup or spare. Nowhere like a pool party where I'm in danger of being stuck out there with just a pair of unwearable shoes. But yeah, for both of those, like I retired them, as I like to say, at the right time and put them in the box, and they became like completely unwearable in the box. Those I like to keep those too for the memories, but like if I were to ever start letting some of my OGs go, like I would definitely be okay with letting those go before these. Not anything about the shoe necessarily, but because of the way these crumbled and then the whole story behind them, like this, I will never forget this story. And this is just my craziest like um shoe not being wearable, story I can ever or experience I can ever speak on. So those are very, very dire to my collection because they just like I said, I'll never forget that. Um yeah, yo, that was the thing about them because like that color is just mad. That Statue of Liberty color is tough. And the funny thing is like when I was at the release, I was telling one of the guys I was talking to, I was like, yo, I was like, I can't. I was like, when I get these bitches, because this was on a Thursday, and I was just like, I'm wearing these shits tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember like tomorrow. I remember me getting the shoe and tomorrow coming and me looking at my shit, and I'm like, yeah, it sounded good yesterday, but like, I like that's just a shoe you cannot just pull out with anything. Like, sometimes you get that rush where you're like, nah, I don't give a fuck. Like, I gotta wear these. Like, and I get that. I've been there before with pairs, but like, there's just some pairs that like you just can't wear with anything, and those is one of them. Like, there's a lot of shoes that you can just throw on all black, and if the shoe is that fire, sometimes the shoe make the fit. Like, I don't like to do that, but sometimes it's cool. Like, generally, I like to get a real matching fit. I like my fit to show like, oh nah, like he really put that together. Like, he ain't just like just throw some shit on and it just happened to work. No, like he that was intentional type shit. So I don't really like to throw on the whole black. I feel like when you just throw on an all black fit with some shoes, it just seems like unthoughtful. You know what I mean? And like sometimes it don't matter, but like that's just not the kind of person I am. And I'll give you an example, like off white fours with a weird, not weird, but like with a unusual shade of beige like that. Like that's a real challenging shoe to match. And like typically, I like to wear stuff that has that like beige color in it with those. And I remember one day I just threw on all black, black tech pants, black t-shirt. I might have had, like the beige on the t-shirt, but it's cold outside. I wore the hoodie. The hoodie I had on was an all plain black Bape hoodie, but it had the little like ape logo in the corner, and the ape logo has like the little like it's a brown logo, but it has a little like tan part on the face. The tan part matches the fours. Just that little part right there just made the whole fit, and what would have thought like what would have seemed like a lazy idea to me ended up being like fire. So for certain fits that you could do that, and like off white fours is a shoe that like because they have black in it, because they have white in it, even though I feel like that's a shoe that deserves a thoughtful fit, you could kind of just throw on any black fit, any white fit, and as long as it don't have anything like too outlandish, and as long as you keep it like within the black and white parameters, you good, and you could pull off a crazy fit without putting too much effort into it, possibly. But with these shits, I'm gonna grab them. I keep talking about them. They out here. Oh, these shits don't got no black, no white, and I think that's what's killing me. Because part of me wanted to throw these on with that fabulous summertime shootout shirt that I got that I was wearing in the review. Not the review. Well, yeah, I guess you can call it the review in the video that I did on these. But like the pants just what threw me off. Like I couldn't just do all black tech pants. I couldn't do all gray tech pants because I might be able to pull off the all gray actually. I gotta look at the fit. I feel like if my top has enough copper in it, then I could probably pull it off. But I don't know. And I don't know if y'all are on the same page as I am with this, but with Kobe's is like I feel like I can only wear certain shit with Kobe's. Like as far as pants goes, I guess I could like I'm really just trying to wear like tech pants for the most part with these. Like Kobe's to me is like a shorts kind of shoe or like I said, and whenever I throw the Kobe's on this, I feel like you gotta throw the Nike Tech pants or some shorts. Like obviously you could wear other shit. I feel like anything is appropriate other than like jeans. Jeans is kind of crazy. Even cargo pants, like cargo pants is valid. Um, but I always be one to throw on the Nike tech. Really, the short. I feel like the shorts, at least for me personally, like when I look at my fits and the way I like shit to look, when I throw the shorts on with the Kobe's, I'll be like, yeah, this is it. But like, I'm not gonna be wearing shorts for a couple of months, and even when I do, like, I still need some pants to go with these, and I have nothing, like nothing. And when I say nothing, I really mean nothing because I guess the all black pants could work with these if the top matches the right way, but these are a these are gonna be a challenging match. So when I do get my fit, I'm gonna feel good about it. I'm gonna feel accomplished because let's see. Air Max 95 Blue Spark restocked on DTLR today. I did not know that. Let me get some water real quick. I'm fucking thirsty. Uh, shit. Um. Yeah, I gotta leave them in their original form. Just like I said, part of me wanted to get them soul swapped just for like I wanted to be able to wear the shoe and talk about them, but them shits is an artifact. They're an artifact to my sneaker journey, my sneaker journey. I guess you can call it whatever you want to call it. Sneaker collecting journey, sneakerhead journey, or sneakerhead story, sneakerhead biography. There you go. Let them stay crumbled and just wear it. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of the 2026 pair, they just didn't need those, man. Well, 2019's is perfect, and I know like just because mine is doesn't mean everybody else's is, but they just did the reimagine shit. They just did the leather shits last year, and yes, the leather shits are not the suede shits, but I kind of thought the idea of the reimagined was like it's almost like a I don't know. I feel like with them releasing those, they should have waited a few years to do the regular black cements, but it's cool. I guess if you look at it from a different angle, it'll be 7 years since the last release, but it's just too many shoes, too many Jordans to be releasing shoes after 5, 6, 7 years nowadays. Like I get it, they're classics, they're essentials, but as time goes on and more Jordans are made, for example, because I got these, I actually just got a new pair of these. I found these for a steal, and so before I pull the shoe up, there's a shoe that I've had in my collection for mad long, like damn, almost. I've had this shoe for at least 15 years, probably longer than that. About 15 years, I think. And not only did I outgrow the shoe, I outgrew the shoe years ago, but it was one of them shoes that they're rare and they were still wearable. So I took the insole out and I wore them as long as I could. But after a while, I just, between them being too small and the age, I just decided to, pack them up. And since then, I've been looking for a pair of my size, but as time goes on and the shoe's not wearable, I can still soul swap them, but then that's another expense. And it took me a while to get around finding another pair, but I finally found a pair for a steal. I got these on eBay, and I was a little skeptical about them at first. Like the seller had no feedback, so I was like, whenever a seller has no feedback and the price is too good to be true. I don't want to say this was too good to be true because if you do your research, it wasn't like too good to be true, but it was a great price. But yeah, so let me just show y'all the shoe. These bitches. Whew. And let me get them close so she can focus so y'all can see what it really is. Yes, this is not it's not Fire Red, it's not Mars Blackman. This is the Laser Jordan 4. And the reason I'm showing y'all these is because this is the pair. This is the pair that I got off eBay. This is a 9.5. The other pair that I have is a size 8. and they're not in this good condition. But and yeah, these are not, obviously they're not wearable, but I wouldn't even try it. But for collection purposes, they're cool. And shoe like this, I might actually get the sole swap done. So we'll see. But the reason I bought those up is because that shoe came out in 2005. It's not a classic like the Black Cement 4s are. It's not as necessary as the Black Cement 4s are. There's not as much history there. Um, so they don't deserve to come out as frequently. But like, I don't want to. We're good. I don't want to say we're good on the Black Cement 4s because we love them. You know what I mean? But like, we're kind of good on the Black Cement 4s, being that the 2019, we just got them in 2019, right? Now, yes, that is 6 years ago. So some people wasn't around in 2019. They wasn't in the shoes in 2019. Some people got them in 2019 and maybe their pair's messed up now. Maybe they, had a situation where they needed some money, and because the shoe was going for a good amount, maybe they sold them and, they want to get them again this time around. That all makes sense. But it just doesn't make sense to me that we get in certain shoes every 5 years and then these bitches ain't came out in 20. And like I said, I don't expect to see these as much as I gotta get them close. I gotta get them focused so you can see that laser print. I don't expect to see these the way I would see a Black Cement 4. You know what I'm saying? It's not a shoe Jordan played in. It's not an OG colorway. Yeah, it's a spin-off of an OG colorway, but like, I get it. You know what I mean? We shouldn't see those as much as Black Cements or Fire Red 4s. But like, 20 years is crazy. And before we get Black Cement 4s 3 times, can we 4 times? You know what I mean? Can we get the lasers twice? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's my only shit with that. Like, they just be releasing shit like we not waiting for mad. Like, there's just so many of the pairs that I could say that we need. Do the right thing threes, missed fours, um, bread 16s, um, shit, all the 17s. You know what I mean? Like the red 17s. There's just mad shit. I could go down the Jordan models and give you a couple of colorways for shit almost each. Well, not every model, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they just be doing this shit too much. But let me see what y'all been saying. Gotta drop a vid styling them Kobe. You know what's crazy? I've been like kind of thinking about that kind of content initially. Like when I started doing this, I don't like to. I like besides sneakers, I like getting fly. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I'm a sneakerhead, but like one of my like the sneaker, it don't just stop at the sneakers. Like I like to get sneakers. That's my main. That's always my focal part of the fit. But then like one thing I really love is after I get the sneakers is getting an outfit to match it. And I think because I enjoy that so much, somebody suggested to me that or someone suggested to me that I do like more like outfit related content, and I even had people like comment and like this is somebody that I knew personally like suggested this, and then I've even had people I don't know like on the internet suggest things like that, and the only reason I've never gotten into that is because I just don't like. I feel like when it comes to dressing, like it's mad. Dressing is very personal, you know. Like we can all have the same shoes, and I can sit here and sneakers is it's all opinionated and stuff. Like I can sit here and give y'all my opinion on these, and we can have the same opinion. We can share our opinions and stuff. But I feel like, and even if we have conflicting opinions, even if I love these and somebody that's watching like hates them, like that's okay, and we can talk about that. I actually invite that. Like if you hate a shoe that I love, obviously as long as you don't like come like I'm cool with that. Tell me you hate them. Tell me why you hate them. You know what I mean? And it's just like ain't no hard feelings for me. I ain't make the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna fight with you and about whether the shoe is fire or not. You know what I mean? Like it it is what it is. But like, I feel like when it comes to getting dressed, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like, I guess what it is like when I dress for me. I dress based on my preferences, and I feel like it's a little misleading to. No, you know what? I'm overthinking it. That's all it is. Because yeah, and this is why I appreciate these lives, and I appreciate y'all because I'm over here just explaining something, just chatting, and I just realized that I'm overthinking something that could be making me great content. So I'm actually gonna stop saying what I was gonna say. I was really just gonna say like I was just basically gonna say like I don't know if I would really want to suggest people wear certain things with certain things. I actually don't want to do that because I like to be an individual. If I'm wearing something a certain way, if I do something a certain way as far as dressing, like I kind of want to be, I want to be unique with that. But at the same time, like I like putting people who support me. I like putting them on the shit. So it's an idea. But yeah, I actually just came to a nice conclusion just now, just talking about that. So Joey of Hustle Smoke 18, thank you. Um, Army fatigue cargos with the Kobe's. That could work, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, it's just like, and that kind of goes with what I was just saying. Like everybody has their different standards on dressing, and some people might be like, yeah, of course you could. Some people might disagree with me with the shit I just said. Like, oh yeah, I can't wear gray tech pants with these. Somebody else might be like, nah, of course you can wear the gray tech pants with these. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's part of what makes this shit cool. Makes like dressing and shit cool. Like we can all have the same shoe, and I hate looking like other people. I don't like to wear what other people wear. Like even though I have shoes, like looking right behind me, this shoe, mad people got these. You know exactly what shoe this is based on the box, the Lightning Force. Everybody, I don't want to say everybody and their mom got Lightning Force, but especially when they came out, mad people had the Lightning Force. You know what I mean? Um, it doesn't stop me from wanting them. However, when I wear them, I would like to wear them differently than most people wear. Not and obviously I know like there's gonna be somebody with the same shirt as you, somebody with the same pants, unless you have a one on one. You know what I mean? But I like to dress in a way that satisfies me. As far as brands, as far as colors and matching and everything. Um, but now army fatigue could go right. For me personally, the top has to match the shoe like identically if that's the case. So like if I were to do army fatigue cargos, the top 100% has to have not only that turquoise or teal or whatever, but it has to have that copper in it. Me, the way I like to go about shit in a perfect world for them Kobe's, I would like to have a turquoise top or a top with turquoise in it, and then I want my bottoms to have that like um, copper. So maybe a teal hoodie, and then the pants. The pants don't got to be full copper. That's kind of loud. But like even if there was like black with like that copper in it, you know what I mean? Like some black Nike pants. It's crazy. I actually have some black Nike pants with gold, with a logo with a gold logo on them. And those I love those because they come in like, for example, last time I wore those was with these. I forgot when I wore them. But it was recently because they still out the box. But you see how these have the gold in them. So when I wear the Nike pants, the gold goes with the Jumpman. It goes with this on the side. And the coolest part is from the front. If I'm walking towards you, you see the logo on the side, you see the gold Jordan right here, you see the gold on the lace tips. Like it's a perfect match. It's a great compliment. With these, I gotta like these is not the same. Like at first thought, without looking at them together, it's like, oh mate. Like I know copper and gold is not the same thing, but at first I'm like, yo, maybe I could pull it off with the Nike pants. I can't because the Nike pants is this gold and this is copper. They're actually not close at all. So yeah. So I'm saying all that to say my top would 100% have to have this in it for me to be satisfied. So we're gonna get there. I got two fits in mind. One of them, actually, nah, I got some figuring out to do with both of them. The main shit is the pants. Like I gotta figure out the bottoms. Um, but I'm gonna find some kind of, even if it's just shorts, even if I gotta wait until it gets warm out, because we're in the middle of winter right now. But time be flying. Like before I know it, it's gonna be March, and March is still a little cold. But like once you get to the end of March, you start getting some of them 60-degree days. I don't know about y'all. I'm pulling the shorts out. Like, all right, 60, it's got to be no wind, but like 65, catch me in some shorts. And I might be reaching for it, but I do be I like you know what I mean? Like I don't like having to wear pants all the time. Pants is cool though, you know what I mean? But I prefer that's why I like the spring because I can wear pants and I can wear shorts and then I can wear a t-shirt and then I can wear a hoodie. You know what I mean? Like that's just that'd be fun. But let me look at damn, I gotta look at what y'all saying. All right, they just dropped. Mind you, we was on lockdown during COVID, so we lost time to rock them. If anything, facts. That is true. That's the shit for everything. Like COVID, fuck, man. Don't even get me started on that. Like they took a couple of years of my prime. Like I'm a young adult, and y'all got me in the crib. What I know this is sneaker shit, but do you like I lost out. I missed out on a couple of kills. Like and not that like I lost out on like not that kind of no not that let me take that back. I lost out on a couple of opportunities um that I never would have missed with that virus going around, and nothing violent at all. Please, YouTube, don't flag that or not. They should have done the fire at fours again correctly. What you mean as far as like shape? Because I feel like fire at fours was done beautifully. But now that we're getting fours in the shape, well, actually, no. You know what? They were done beautifully, but the leather could have been better. However, what I was gonna say was now that they're making fours in a different shape, um, I could see the new shape is more appealing. But other than that, I mean, I feel like they was alright. Um, yeah, like they just dropped in 2019. Good to see you don't have many pairs. And then say you had to be there. The question is, will the Lakers do well nowadays? Um, I think lasers would do well nowadays because they're fours, and fours being the hottest. Well, I think they would. So here's the thing. I feel like a shoe like that. I don't know if I don't think they would make them a super GR. And as soon as the shoe is not a super GR, that already draws the attention. Whether they limit the stock or the shoe is just extra hype with the stock being limited, I feel like that's a shoe that they would do something to hype it up, whether it be limited stock or just market it really well. But I feel like they just wouldn't drop them like they did like Fire Red Forest, for example. Um, and see, like and them being fours, I just feel like they would do they would do something. I'm not saying they're gonna do anything crazy, but I do think they would sell out and at least at first have a good amount of have a little resale, maybe a little it might be like a $300 shoe, not what it not crazy, but I think they would be worth releasing. You know what I mean? Like if we can get black cement fours, every 5 years, and we get black cement threes for sure every 5 years. And I love black cement threes, the best threes ever to me. And I think we get them too much. So, and laser fours isn't like, you know what I mean? Like they're one of many that should be, that could re-release. I mean, there's mad different shoes they could come out with as opposed to the black cement fours. And the thing is too, they could make any shoe do well. Like all they got to do is play around with the stock. Like people don't even like shit for liking shit no more. They don't like things for the way they look no more. Like they like the scarcity of things. You know what I'm saying? So like I think they'd be fine. Um, would they want that shoe to really do well, and will it nowadays? I mean, I feel like they want everything to do well, whatever they put out. Um, even the Flint 15s. Yeah, like exactly. Flint 15s. That's another shoe. Like I'm I'm not crazy about 15s personally, so I'm not like dying for 15s to come out, but back to my point, we should get Flint 15s at some point, like before we get. And like I said, I know like besides my personal opinion on them, 15s aren't nearly as popular as fours. So like we can't. I'm not saying that the 15s deserve to come back as frequently as the blacks, as certain fours, especially OG colorway black cement fours that Jordan played in, when his prime, right before he started, really winning championships. I'm not saying that, but like you feel me? Like when the last time Flint 15s came out, you know what I mean? Like they so that's what I'm saying. What's my take on the new Jordan 40s that are fused with the retros, looking like the Ferrari Jordan 40? To me, they just like any other fusion Jordan. Like, um, I personally wouldn't get them to wear myself, but like, I I think oh, you said Flint 12s. Oh my gosh, yes, Flint 12s, fucking 2003. Like the fucking Jordan tab is falling off my. Yes, we need those. Wait, like, yes, yes. That I seen 15s at first. Then you talk about those. Yes, Flint 12s. Yes, like why the fuck has been 22 years since we got those? That's the shit that I'm talking about. But back to the Jordan 40s thing. So, like I said, they're 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 Jordan fusions, and what I mean by that is I don't have the typical, like. There's nothing wrong with Jordan fusions. I'm personally not. You're not really gonna catch me in them like that, but like I feel like they catch way too much heat for a few reasons. Number one, a lot of the people that be talking crazy about these shits, like I know y'all remember the time. Like I don't like the way people bash fusion shoes, to be honest with you. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I be buying them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've never bought any before. But people just hate on them a little too much. I'm not saying like, hey, listen, if you don't like them, you don't like them. But yeah, I'm not one of those people like, ew, oh my god, it's the Jordan Fusion. Like, I don't know why people get their panties in a bunch over this shit. Some of the Jordan 40s is cool. You know what I mean? Like the colorways is cool. The let me look at the Ferrari shits again because I don't think I was crazy about those. I think I like the hold on. But yeah, I remember looking. There's a couple of them the fusion shits. Hold on, Jordan 40, and some of them is alright. Like I just wouldn't sometimes I just want to Google something. I don't need to be signed in to the damn Google account, making me forget what I'm searching. Um, yeah, I'm looking at the Ferrari. So okay, so like for example, I the Ferrari joints I don't like really. Um, where the other shits that I was fucking with? Yeah, like the 16 joints is alright. You know, um, let's see. Mm. Nah, facts. Yo, you hit the nail on the head with that. Dressing is more intimate. Yes, that is really the word that I needed to use. It's intimate, and it's like I think that is why I'm not as comfortable like just diving into it because like me with the sneakers, I could talk even if I'm just talking my opinion, which I always clarify like, hey, this is my opinion. Like everybody's opinion is different. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, just because I like them, like they're this and that. Like it is what it is. But it is more intimate where like the way I dress for me may not be the way to dress for everybody else. Whereas like with sneakers, I can sit up here and be like, yo, um, this Kobe is this and that, and they worth this and that, and da 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 da. And whether you like them or not, what I'm saying about the value of them and the facts about them, like the facts are the facts, the value is the value. Even if you don't like, even if like I love when people be like, oh, this isn't a $600 shoe, they cost $20 to make. Like them people, I love the ignorance that those people have because yes, I didn't say the shoe fucking made cost $600 to make, but if you want this shoe and you want the authentic version, yes, you're gonna need to pay probably around $600 in most sizes to get them. And I feel like that's more of a hard fact than well, you can't wear this with red. Like me personally, I would never wear these with just like red. I love red, but I'm not wearing red with these. There's just no way you can convince me red is a valid color to wear with these. Nothing about red that should be worn with these. But who's to say that? Who am I to say you can't wear red with these? Like anybody could cop these and go grab a red hoodie and put it on and go outside and wear it and so what? they got these shits and they wearing them with red. Whereas like you go them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm asking you if you get what I'm saying. I know you know what I'm saying. But yeah, like that's what it is. The dressing shit. It's like I don't want to say there's no rules, but it's just like it's very intimate. You know what I mean? So yeah, um, not facts, and I appreciate that. 'Cause I would have fun doing that. I love putting fits together. Personally, I just feel like if I do it, I would have to make sure I'm doing it in a way where it's like, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. I'm not telling you this is the right way to do it. I'm not telling you this is the way that you have to do it. Like, and I would have to find a way of doing that without like saying it every time. Like, hey guys, just showing y'all what I would do with it, and maybe I do have to kind of come off like that. Even though that's a bit extra, like that would make me feel good. Like, yeah, like I'm not trying to tell y'all have to dress like me. You know what I mean? That's why I never wear all white. Yo, before I finish reading your comment, but I'm that's why I never wear all white Air Force Ones. I love that because me neither. Excuse me. And before I read the rest of your comment, I hope. I wonder if we have the same reasoning or a similar reasoning. I've seen way too many fits get paired with them. To me, they've been played out for the last 20 plus years. Now it's a shoe you get if you don't care to stand out. Yeah, Um, my opinion on all white Air Forces is they're cool. Like they're so classic. You could never like they're once again they're essentials. You know what I mean? Like there's and everybody looks at them differently. Like me, I'm a I would consider myself a big sneakerhead, or I guess more so a Jordan head. But as a person who has a lot of shoes, I don't own one pair of white Air Forces right now. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this is crazy. I've never owned a pair of all white Air Forces. Now that I'm thinking about it, all my Air Forces had a little bit of color. Like, like I remember when I haven't bought a pair of Air Forces in years, but when Nelly dropped that Air Force One song, you had to have a pair. And I was young as hell when that came out, but at the time Nelly was actually my favorite rapper. So I like shit. Nelly came out with Air Force Ones, and I don't have a pair. I gotta get a pair because not just because Nelly made the song, shit was fire too. So that's I'm like, nah, I gotta go get them. But I remember I had a pair. They was white, but they had like I had a white pair with a red trim around the check, um, and a blue pair, same thing. And then I had a I had a black and red pair. Trying trying to remember the point is, the few pairs that I had, none of them was all white, and there's nothing wrong with having the all white forces, but um, it's just they just go with everything, which is fine. But like, I feel like that's a shoe that I would more so have if I had less shoes. I feel like if you have a good amount of shoes, having that all white pair is kind of just like for what? Like if I got every other color, why do I need just the all white? Like I got something that matches everything. I don't need that neutral. But at the same time, it's cool to have that neutral shoe. But back to like what you were saying, it's just like everybody has. I mean, that's the same thing about Jordan, so that's not the best thing to say. But um, I think you know what turns me off about white Air Forces is the people that um like the people that wear them and then never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm getting off topic. But nah, I'm with you on that. I never wear all white Air Forces. That's all I was trying to say. What number J's are an all time no no? Like no matter what, you will never get them. Um, damn. There's definitely some like higher number shits that I just probably some of the 30 something shits. Let me look. But there's some of them. Trying to think if there's any like not so high numbers that I feel that way about. Um, damn. Cause I want to say like one of my least favorite Jordan numbers that are on the lower side is probably 15s. But even 15s, I can't say that I would like. It's an absolute no no. Like, um, I mean, I feel like any shoe if they drop the right colorway, you know. But I know what you're asking. Like, is there a model that's like so unappealing to me that no matter what colorway drops, that it's a no no. It's got to be one of them 20 something or 30 somethings. Like um I like 23. I'm trying. It's it's crazy. It's hard for me to remember some of these like early 30s. Like, hold on, let me see these. Um, Jordan. Yeah, it's kind of hard to answer because I'm even looking at like some of the. I forgot how some of these shits. Like, I remember how they look, but I forgot which shit is which. Like, something like Jordan 31s. Like, I don't like these. You know. Um, what are they? An absolute no no? Maybe 32s. You know, nah. Cause see, here's the fucked up thing, and I'm gonna be so honest. I can't say that because, like, for example, 32 Jordan 32 is a great example where like I don't like this shoe, but it's not that bad. So, for example, I know Kawhi Leonard is besides Allen Iverson is my favorite ball player ever, but besides Allen Iverson, Kawhi Leonard is probably my favorite basketball player. Definitely my favorite current ball player. I know he'd be injured and shit, but the guy that's still in the league, as far as guys still in the league right now, Kawhi's my favorite. Kawhi definitely has some player exclusive 22s. I'm 22s, 32s, right? Am I bugging? I'm almost sure he does. Yes. Um, if I got a pair of Kawhi PEs in my size, I'm wearing them. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I don't really like them myself, if they got the little KL hand shit on there, I'm wearing them bitches. You know what I mean? That might not that just might be an exception, but like that's the only reason it's hard to like say that because for Kawhi PE, yeah, I'm wearing them. And I wouldn't say like if they were to drop a certain colorway and maybe the colorway is super fire and maybe the theme behind it is something I like. Maybe they did a Bape collab and not that they did, but like that's the only like, and I love Bape. So that's what I'm saying. Like if Jordan did a Bape collab and did like some Bape 32s, I'm probably not gonna buy them to be real with you. But like if they fire enough and it's Jordan and it's Bape, might. I'm not gonna say I would never get them. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, I don't know if there is, but there's definitely some of them after 23 Jordans is ass. a couple of them. Even 22s, 21s, 23s is fire. But even 20s, I don't really like 20s, 19s, eh, 19s is the same thing. 18s is fire though. 17s is fire. 17s took a while to grow on me. I wasn't always too crazy about them, but I got on the bandwagon a little late with the 17s. I'm not gonna lie, the new 17 retros got me to fuck with them more. Because a couple of years ago, I would have been like, 17s is kind of butt, you know. I just remember that countdown package pair coming out, and my man's like, he loved the countdown package 17s. He really liked the Carmines more, but like I remember like he loved those 17s, and I'm like, bro, they mid. Like, why do you like them shit so much? And I think him liking them so much kind of like made me like not like them so much because I felt like they wasn't that bad, but I looking back at it, but I think because he liked them more than I felt like he should, I'm kind of like, bro, why you like those so much? That's why I'm saying, yo, Trilly BTV. That's what I'm saying. Jordan hybrids was platinum back in the day. Like we wasn't looking at them like, oh, we like the hybrids, but like the first one I'm gonna say because this one paved the way for all them shits is Dub Zeros. Dub Zeros is fire. Like, and I now the crazy thing is as a kid, back then, I didn't even think about this shit this way or look at this shit this way. But like, um, what's that called? Like, I didn't look at them as like a hybrid. I just looked at them as like Dub Zeros. Like, I didn't even think about what that name meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I thought they was fire. Like, they had the little like design on the side and shit like that. Like, and I actually never had a pair of Dub Zeros, but I remember as a kid, I wanted them. I wanted a pair, and I don't know if those are not a hybrid necessarily, but like they fall into that category of like, you know what I mean. But then when they came out with the real fusions, the Jordan fusions, a lot of those was ass, but some of them was crazy. Or hold on, I don't even. I'm not even gonna look it up. Because I remember off the top of my head, I could tell y'all some of the bangers that they did. Number one, this is now these might be the craziest shits. The fives, the Jordan 5 fusions, the black, blue, and red colorway. Fucking crazy. Now I gotta look those up real quick. Because that's a shoe where, those are stupid. Yeah, if Jordan needs to like I would love for Jordan to make those a regular pair of fives. There's a few things they could change on them, like nah, like all right, I gas them a little bit. They're not fucking crazy, but these is valid. These are solid. Even the red, white, and blue pair, not bad. You know what I'm saying? If they drop them red, white, and blue shits today, it's easy pass. The black joints though, I might get them. They giving me like a rare air, you know, the rare air fives type shit. Um, what else? You know what? These actually might be crazier. The Jordan 3 Fusion UNC, the black and UNC shits. Let me look those up because I remember these shits, but sometimes I need to look at the picture. Hold on. Oh my gosh, these might be them. Like for all the Jordan Fusions, yeah. Yeah. Those are insane. Like obviously, like I'm gassing them, but like just as far as fusions go, those are crazy. And there's a couple of other ones that's tough too. I remember one of my homies I was cool with at the time when these shits was coming out. I remember because I had the black and blue pair. That's the reason I bought those up first. And I actually, so the only two fusions I've ever owned was the two pairs that I just named, and that's why I bought those up. The black and blue five fusions and the black and Carolina blue three fusions. I had both of those, and I'm proud of it. I was proud then, proud now. I never understood the hate those got. Like I understand the whole like yeah, obviously fusions are not the regular shit. So like, yes, if they would have dropped a black and UNC Jordan 3 in that colorway, I would have never had the fusions. And yes, if they would have dropped a black and blue, black and royal and red pair of fives like that, I would have never had the fusions. And that's the reason I did end up getting those. But like considering we didn't have a regular pair of threes and a regular pair of fives like that, like the fusion was alright. Like, yeah, we didn't really want that like thick ass Air Force midsole, but like with the right colorway, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had them shits, bought them both and wore them. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, they. I don't think they should bring the fusions back. I just feel like the people just would reject them too much, and it just wouldn't make any sense. But like they should at least dig back into some of those colorways that they did and drop some of them. Because a lot of the colorways they did was OG colorways. Like a lot of the four fusions was OG colorways. They did black cement four fusions, fire red four fusions. I want to say they did military four fusions, or maybe they didn't. They definitely did the fire reds and the black cement. They did the three. Yeah, I want to say they did the threes too. Black cement threes, white cement threes. Like they did a lot of OG colorways with the fusions, and those was I didn't really get with those because we already had we had fire red fours or Mars Blackman fours at the time. We had some of those OG colorways. We had the regular shoe, and it looked too similar to the shoe, uh, at least for my liking. But like them brand new colorways, the black, blue, and red, the black and green fives that my man's had. That's what I was gonna say before. My man said the black and green fives. Those were pretty tough. They had some bangers. Let me see what else. Yo, that's crazy because I like Six Rings had their time too. Damn, somebody said some shit in. Oh, never mind. Um, I never had Six Rings, but I remember like some of them colorways went crazy. The only six rings that I ever wanted, I just never went. I never ended up getting these. They did a pair that it was a pair for. I don't know if they did them for Nelly or if Nelly designed them or whatever the thing was, but like it was like a Nelly colorway. I don't know what the fuck the shit had to do with Nelly. It didn't look like none of his albums or nothing, but um yeah, it was. I think they had like a laser print on them. Whatever it was, they were hard to get. I tried to get them. Nelly was my favorite rapper as a kid, so like when they like came out with those, yes, the laser shits. When they came out with those, like I was like, nah, I gotta get the Nelly joints because I like the shoe, and then just to hear that it was a Nelly colorway, I'm like, nah, I gotta get them. Never got those, and that was just it. I never ended up getting them. Um, yeah, but they had some hard colors. Like I remember they had a aqua colorway, and this girl I used to mess with, she had them, and like obviously they wasn't the aqua eights, but like she used to wear them, and I thought it was cool wearing the aqua eights while she wore the six rings. Like you know what I mean? Like we both knew like her shits wasn't fucking with mine, but it was just like yeah, nah, your six rings is cool, but nah. Over time, I don't know if they just like I don't know, they just kind of like died out over time, but like um yeah, it's just so funny that like that was just you just had to be there, like because like people just wouldn't like believe the shit now, damn near, because um people just don't like that kind of stuff. Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time. Do you own any Currys? I actually don't. It's interesting you bring him up because a few lives ago I meant to talk about his sneaker free agency, and I never ended up bringing that up. But yeah, I don't have any of his. I don't. I just don't. There's none of his shoes that I really like, and I like Steph. He's not my favorite, but he is one of my favorites. Like you say, he's the best shooter of all time, and I have a lot of respect for his game. Um, you know what I mean? And just he's one of the funnest players ever to watch. So I love Steph, but none of his Under Armours really ever you know struck my attention like that. So with him being a sneaker free agent, I'm kind of curious to see like what he's gonna do because I would love. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I would love to see Steph Curry get with Jordan because I always like for players to get with Jordan, not even thinking about the intricate details about these contracts and everything, but like me, I want to see some PEs. I love player exclusive Jordans, and when he makes them for players that I like, it's mad cool. Like when Kawhi Leonard was a Jordan athlete, like that shit was so lit. And like yeah, I don't know how bad I wish Kawhi just would have just renewed the contract with Nike and Jordan and just the New Balance shit was cool because at the time I was like, oh nah, he about to be the face of the brand. But see the reason I don't like that is he went to New Balance, was the face of the brand, and now they don't even be marketing him like the way they should. I don't give a fuck about the injuries. Like he's the most accomplished athlete that company has. So like the way they just kind of be, I feel like they market fucking Maxi and Jamal Murray damn near more than Kawhi. Like Cooper Flag, I get it. He's new. He's the young rookie. I'm not mad at that. Cameron Brink, you know what I mean? She's your WNBA athlete, but like none of these people should be getting more FaceTime than Kawhi. I don't, you know what I mean? So I say all that to say, like I got a whole stack of Kawhi New Balances here. Send his ass back to Jordan Brand because I missed the PEs. I never got none of them, but like I feel like by now, if Kawhi would have stayed with Jordan, I would have found a way. If they would have, if he would have stayed with them for them to make more PEs, I would have had a pair by now. Um, but yeah, like I love that time. Like Kawhi being a Jordan athlete, Westbrook, you know what I'm saying? Like I like Westbrook a lot too. I love that Luka's with them. I'm waiting for them to really make some crazy Luka PEs. Because Luka is, as of right now, like in the league right now, Luka probably my second favorite player, like behind Kawhi. So, but yeah, like if Steph were to sign with Jordan, even if he don't, like Jordan make you some PEs, even if you ain't, you know what I mean, like a Jordan brand athlete. But that would be cool if Steph would have a contract with Jordan. I wouldn't, don't even care about the signature shoe necessarily because there's a lot of players that got signature shoes by Jordan that I'm not crazy about. But the PEs is what I'm here for. If they get some Steph Curry shit, Warriors threes or some shit. I'm just throwing shit out there, but like fuck around, make some Warriors threes with a fucking, 30 on it somewhere, son, with the little Curry. Man, don't Jordan and Nike, they need to get me on the team, man. I got ideas. Somebody plug me into the right people. And like man. Mm. All right, what we talking about? What we talking about? I forgot about the wait. I forgot about the Fusion 12s. The red, white, and blue went triple platinum in the hood of the 4th of July 2008. Yo, I'm crying because dead ass. If they made Spits like Miz from the time to time, I would cop those do the right things in the black and red and greens of sec. Spits likes is another one. Forgive me for disrespecting the GOAT of all Jordan fusions. Spizikes, I am sorry because I went on a whole tangent about five fusions and mentioned not five fusions, Jordan fusions and mentioned Dub Zeros. Fucking Spizikes, the goat of Jordan fusions. Because let me tell y'all, Spizikes, obviously they're not relevant now, but like the thing about the Spizikes is like I feel like that's a shoe that it's just hard because I feel like the younger crowd's not gonna accept them because they're not like a. It's not even the younger crowd. I feel like necessarily, but I just feel like in 2025, let me just say it that way, or 2026, since that's around the corner. I don't know if people is really gonna accept Spizikes the way they did, but like Spizikes, I think Spizikes is cool because they combined it so many Jordans. What is it? It's is it fours, fives, and sixes? Three, fours, fives, and sixes. They combined the three or four different Jordans, and it sounds like a absolute mess, but the shoe is actually fire. And they took apart from each of them shoes, put it together, and it did not look like shit. I thought that was so cool. You know what I mean? Like, so And then the colorways. My man said the do the right thing colorway is insane. I remember when I was younger, my man's had to do the right things. I had the King County Spizikes. We thought we was the fucking men. Like we was dope. But now like the Kings County, do the right things, and the white and red shits. Those are probably my favorite Spizike colorways. Those is hard. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't like I could kind of see myself still wearing those. Like maybe not. I don't know. I forgot I had the wolf gray shits too. Those is tough. Um, yeah, nah, Spizikes was the shit. Um, White cement, Spizikes, and the taxi Jordan are the most valid. Josh Allen football, so I don't watch football, so that's why I missed that one. But basketball speaking, they be disrespecting my man. If Josh Allen is you know what I mean is doing his thing, I ain't mad at it. But I'm talking about I be seeing the fucking the New Balance commercial. They be like, hey, 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 that shit, bro. Why the fuck I'm seeing Cooper Flag, Cameron Brink, Tyrese Maxey, Jamal, where the fuck is Kawhi at? Like, bro, especially because like, like, and I don't want to hear because he's been injured. Because number one, he's been playing, and number two, even if he was injured, that's more of a reason to get the man on camera more. When players is injured, they have all the time in the world for commercials. So like, where's Kawhi at? And I shouldn't be asking that. This man is a two-time Finals MVP. None of these people that they got in this commercial got any of that shit. So like, that should be killing me. Like, bro, Kawhi did not come to this brand for y'all to be playing with him like he regular. Like, take his ass back to Jordan so I can get some PEs. um, but you get what I'm saying though? Like, these are two different sports, so that's why like that shit crazy. Grape Spizikes were underrated. Why do I? Yo, hold on. I just thought about a pair of Spizikes um that I did not mention. I forgot about the grape joints. I ain't gonna lie though. What were the name of these? Hold on. Yo, what was these called? Because I don't want to just describe them, but I'm about to just do that because I don't. Maybe they didn't have a name. The Spizikes, they was black base shoe, black suede, and they had purple and green in them. They need to release that colorway on. I don't care what silhouette. They need to do it on some any of them shits that make up the Spizikes. The six. Oh, I want to say the six. No, you know what they need to do? They need to do the threes because I'm looking at this picture now. The elephant print on these bitches was stupid. That is, I'm not gonna lie. The elephant print made the shoe, bro. They got to make those into some threes. I don't care if they call them the Joker threes or whatever the hell. But my man saying the grape Spizikes just made me think about that. Cause you know what I like the thing about the grape Spizikes to me, like I get it because it's a grape colorway, but like when I see those, I don't think of grape. You know what I'm saying? So like, um, when you said that, I thought of because in a way, if you think about it, the shits I was just talking about, they got green and they got purple. Grapes is green and purple. I'm not saying those should have been called grape, but like that's what made me think of that. Those is hard. Those is top five. Now I got to think about my top five Spizikes. So we got those, and this is in no particular order, but I got to think about the top five, and then we could think about the order later. Them shits, we gonna call them shits. The purple and green shits, them shits. So we got them shits. Yeah, I'm trying too hard to think about an order. We got them shits, the white and reds, King County, do the right things, and Wolf Grays. Is that the top five? For me, I think that might be it. I can't think of no. Yeah, I can't think of no Spizikes that I personally would put above those five. But that's just me. Let's see. We got anything else in the chat? Nah, yeah, them. It's it's unfortunate because like that's since we're into something that constantly recycles ideas, it's unfortunate that that's not something that we should probably look forward to ever coming back. Like I love that everything that we grew up on comes back, in our adulthood. But that's just one thing that I think like is just gonna get left there because if those were to come back, number one, a lot of people wouldn't really accept them like that. And I know me as a person who liked them then and still respects them now, I personally would not um probably buy a lot of those. Like there's a few Spizikes that if they release those, I might fuck around and get them. But even I'm even thinking about like some of my favorites. Like would I wear King County? King County is probably not the best colorway. It's not the best colorway of them, but I had them as a kid, and then the nostalgia would kick in. I wanted those white and red ones so bad. I never got them. Like even like I'm thinking if I were to get either of those right now, would I really wear them? And like I don't know. I don't. I really don't think. I don't know. You know. Those was Nelly. Nah, Nelly, bro. Nelly was that guy. Nelly is that guy. He just got Ashanti pregnant. He's still that guy. Man, damn. So if Nelly, damn. How the fuck did I not get the Nelly Spizikes or the six rings? Cause bro, and it's fucked up. Cause like, nah, man. If they don't drop them Nelly shits as a three, I don't know. These are crazy. Damn. Yeah, man. Whew. Damn, I just realized 1 o'clock. Yeah, I was gonna go live at 7:30 like usual, but I didn't. And I was curious to see how this was gonna turn out. So I appreciate y'all coming through on the late night. I know a lot of people got work tomorrow, especially if y'all are on the East Coast like I am. It is 1 a.m. over here, so if you in here and you got work tomorrow, I really appreciate you. Staying in here and talking to us and shit. Mm, yes, that's not change. It's crazy. Like, um, I don't like that song, or I didn't like that song as much as I wanted to, and I don't even remember why now. Um, but like Nelly was my guy. Like I said, growing up, that was my favorite rapper. Like when I heard fucking if you want to go and take a ride with me, that shit, that whole album, Country Grammar, because I was like, so when that initially came out, I was too young. Like I was not listening to when Country Grammar came out. I wasn't like listening to music, but my older cousin listened to him, and between him playing him and hearing some of his songs on the radio, that's what put me on the Nelly. Um, like actually, like I really started fucking with Nelly like around like when Nellyville came out. That's like 2003, 2002. But I had been listening to like I said, the Country Grammar album, not not the album itself, but like I knew a few songs from the album. My cousin used to play some of his songs, and I just used to hear him around. But like that, hey, must be the money. That was my like that. I was like, nah, what song is this? Like that shit was just vibey. And then he had other shit. Country Grammar was crazy. So then when Nellyville dropped, that I love that album. Like Tip Drill, yo, my. I'm trying not to say the N word on here, you know, because they demonetized my Kobe video, so I'm gonna say it, my nigga, Tip Drill. He said it must be your ass because it ain't your face. Bro, when I see that music video, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, this is crazy. Mind you, I'm a little kid, so it's like, nah, Ted Joe crazy, but Nelly wild for that too. Like, I fuck with that though. Oh man, all right, y'all. I really should get off of here. All right, well, once again, I appreciate all y'all for coming through. I know it was late, so like I said, especially if you on East and it's 1 a.m. right now, I appreciate you being here on the late night. But even if you're on the West Coast or if you're watching this later, I appreciate all of y'all. Every view counts, every participant counts. So thanks again. Next week, we're back at it. We're going to discuss Sneaker of the Year. So be ready for that. That's going to be on the 29th. So I'll see you then. Most likely it's going to be 7:30. But it could be a different time. I gotta start putting this out. I gotta start scheduling the lives. I had a little trouble with that the first time I did it, so the next time I was kind of just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna just go do my own thing. And we've been doing pretty good. We've had a group in here each time, with no promotion. So I kind of been feeling like maybe I could just go with that and don't even need to promote. I know promoting it would get me more people, but I'm cool with that. I got y'all here. We gonna grow regardless, so it ain't no big deal. But thank you all for coming through. Like I said, I'll see y'all next week. We're gonna discuss Sneaker of the Year. And thank you, my man. I appreciate you always coming through, always supporting. Wouldn't be possible without you and your support. So thank you, everybody. All right, y'all. Everybody have a good night, good weekend, and I will see y'all next week or maybe with another video before that.